Hello, everybody. My name is Slayer YT, and welcome back to another podcast of today. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. I don't know. Russia's technology podcast number one, two, whatever. Anyway, today we're actually gonna do research, and this is another podcast episode. So I'm gonna stop talking. Whatever. Yeah. So here we go. We're just gonna see. There are of like four ways that Russia's military is much more advanced that you really might think about this. But in reality, let's see here. Well, it's in Moscow, right? So I'm gonna say this. Vladimir Putin is not the man from back down from provocation. The especially director of all the lethal. He's trying to shoot down all 24 aircrafts by Turkey. Cause everybody hates him. Such as an attack on the rises of the direct military confrontation after the Cold War against the United States. I gotta stop saying that, it's just, everybody is like, China and Russia, those two are like really something. They're like, hey, China, make the United States like the most weakest one. It's like China is like, I'm just gonna release, I don't know what it's called, what kind of disease that Russian want me to do to the United States. It's like try COVID or something. I don't know. It's like, man, they really hate us for that reason. I don't know what you really might want to call. But yeah, shooting down the Russian Su-24 aircraft by Turkey. This is some World War III kind of shite or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's literally what it is. It's a direct military confrontation that makes you just like wonder why Russia has the most advanced technology right now, the second advanced most technology, and ours, our technology is not even advanced yet. It's not even advanced. Come on. Come on. And it makes you think, it rattles your boil in a cage. How dangerous are they? How dangerous are they? You might ask. You really might ask this. Well, in Russia's defense, the complex it would be from the old Soviet Union. But there's no Soviet Union. Everybody says that Russia is still the Soviet Union military since 1979, since the Cold War, or even worse, from 1922 technology. That technology has never in my life that they could against their old Soviet Union technology from the past. There's no way. About only 12% of the USA, such as trained on the Russian hardware from the second rate, stuck with the 70s. The electronics, oh, they're so old from the 70s. It's like, hey, why don't we just make? How about we just make the United States feel so old, and like we're still young after all these years, after the Cold War and after World War II. Yes. But about 12%? Really? Why? Why does Russia do this? I'm not saying anything about China, but China's military has got good strength. They got some good strength. I mean, especially the SpaceX program. I'm not gonna lie, it's just anything that is gonna be let's see, mostly about $1 billion or $1 million or so just to get it. I mean, if that is the only thing that I can actually say it, I gotta say it's China's rocket can go faster than our 1950s Cold War space shuttle up to the moon and grab that flag and put it on the moon again. There's no way we're gonna lose It's USA forever. Not China, not Russia. We beat Russia to the moon. How are we gonna beat China to the moon? How? Simple. We just need new modern technology. We need more and more advanced. But as long as we get our ships started, I don't know how we ever gonna be able to beat China's rocket. I don't know. It's just the manufacturing from the 70s electronics crude manufacturing standards that there's no money to improve, even though most of Russia's military from the old Soviet Union eras are so gone, but now they hack us. Now they hacked us and think, wow, the Americans, they're strong, but now they're so weak with all this COVID-19 right about now. No matter if the Russians couldn't make anything good, I'm not saying anything good, I just hate Russia. Everyone hates Russia, especially the United States. And China, whether they like Russia or not, they're just gonna try going up to the moon. They're trying to space war us. It's like, just like the good old Cold War kind between America and Russia. You know, it's like one is a crush orange and one is like an Akatsuki. It's like the anti-America, you know? So I gotta say that anything good goes that have to copied from the West. Well, the poor performance of the Russian equipped Iraqi army in 2003, and the Russian supplied from the forces, from the I cannot pronounce that, but whatever. The reinforces of the idea from the infirm Russian military stake from since 2003, and Russia loves to hack into our defense department that we can't do it ourselves. No matter NordVPN will never help you out. It's not gonna help out against the old Russian military's defense or like the attack on this. And not only that they're attacking us, but we already have an invisible man. COVID invisible enemy is what the United States military is called. It's like, I don't know how this is gonna make, but I mean, we gotta improve. The United States has to improve their technology and not still stick to the old Cold War technology from the 70s or even later from the 50s or the 30s. I don't know. But in reality, Russia can be initiative in the weapon designs because, yes, they can. And sometimes they're really ahead of us. They are ahead of us because they have new technology. But, I mean, Russia is really, really ahead. I mean, they're like the genius. They're like literally the genius types of, like, inventions no matter what. No matter what. An initiative, and sometimes ahead of the West, but occasionally of the country like the United States, really gotta do something to stop Russia. How you gonna do that? Comment down below and tell me what is the best solution for America to get back into power out of this, because we need to beat China and also Russia. It's just like, well, if we can beat the Russians again, and I know some of you all would say, oh, let's just beat them again. Let's do the space shuttle again. If we can beat Russia again, why don't we just beat China? No, that's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm saying this, and this is literally one of the hardest ones that America has gone for over the history of the years. Occasionally, the country pursues this crazy idea that cannot work, but like a mind control, weaponry, I'm sorry, Russia, but did you say like a mind control weaponry? I'm sorry, but but that's illegal. But that's literally illegal to use your mind control as a weaponry. No, that's not gonna work, Russia. I'm sorry, but that's not gonna work at all. Um, yeah, the offense to develop weapons with no counterparts in the U.S. We can't do that. Not even, not even that. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But nobody should doubt Russians' rocket science, since the Cold War has already started in the 50s. There should. After all, they have provided the manned flights to international space stations, but retired the space shuttle in 2011. But in Russia's military rockets in 1973, that the new Soviets built to guide to anti-tank missiles carried by the Egyptians. The Egyptians. Hold on, I really got to plug in my computer. I'm sorry. Yes, but there has to be a way to to stop Russia from getting all that Russian moolah by Vladimir Putin. You know, but infantry discriminates that the Israel armor that first largest the scale on the battlefield, similarly to the Russian SA-7 Strela. I can't even pronounce the words because it's like, wow, are we really gonna have another space war against, China? Yes, we are. But first, before we can actually deal with China, we have to deal with the U.S.'s Defense Department, because the United States is supposed to be the free country where everyone can not interrogate, I'm sorry, but I meant bring all of us together. After all, we really need this. I mean, that's what we really needed. But hey, we're so lacky. We're lacking technology. We're so in third place technology. Japan is the technology king. They're the kings of ahead of the United States' technology. Even though they're the greatest. But the United States in 2021 and even in 2020, last year, I don't think that's gonna work ever. It's just never the idea of how can we actually get a lot better technology? Well, since we already beat World War II in the Cold War. This is not the Cold War. Some of y'all thinking, oh, is this the Cold War again? Is this Cold War II? No, if you already saw Charlie Wilson's war against the Russians, U.S. versus Russia. Yep, I guess that's what it is. But it's a really good movie. But I don't think someone would actually do that. Because that's not how life is. But the shoulder launched this heat-seeking surface-to-air missiles grave in the Air Forces. The U.S. Air Force's real problems. But in 1973, they did not know how to shoot down many aircrafts. Forced pilots to change tactics and portable missiles, which meant the plane could not cruise while looking at the targets. It's capillary of the American missile, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what I'm gonna call it. But there should be a way there should be a way that American technology has to get better than communist China's technology. Even over here, while back in Florida, NASA is still freaking out of their minds. It's like, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna beat communist China's rocket? And there's no solution? There's literally no solution left? And you guys, come on. You are NASA. You've been to the moon many times. But you gotta find a way to make your rockets power a lot faster than China's rockets. No matter how many times. The thing about this attack, since the US been so worried about China's that much of whatever, they're thinking, oh, but we're so freaking out. All of our technology is like so old from the past that we're just not up to that kind of technology yet, because we thought we have a crisis on our own, and then Russia wants to sneak in. It's like, you know what? Let's just hack the Americans' Defense Department. No matter what. And the Americans already knew what the hell was going on. Because it's like, the FBI already warns the president that he already knows. Now, President Biden already knows what China was actually up to as well. I'm not saying any names, but I mean, Biden already knows a little bit of China's military and rocket science. But he already knows what Russia is going to do next. If we can't find a way to stop that, we're done. The US, we've been giving up in its entire life. Yeah, I don't know. They really gotta get their technology up to date. It's just what it is. But on the Russian surface of the air missiles, between 1974 and 1982, their technology has improved. But that doesn't mean America is actually going to stop Russia's technology, because we literally need a better technology. Where can we find this technology? Where are we going to find this new and improved to beating this Russian technology? Are the Russians anonymous hackers? They're not. They're literally not Russian anonymous hackers. They're not anonymous. But Anonymous has been in the United States. It's already been a lot of hackings. And our president never knows about Anonymous. But the president already knows about Russia's hacking. But I'm just saying, we just gotta stop them anytime. And how are we gonna do that? No NordVPN, but we need a better lock on this department. There has to be a future technology that is much stronger. NATO has no idea that Russia already attacked the United States. NATO has no idea. NATO already knows. But it's just mostly the FBI already warned. And he never says a word. Our last president never says a word because, hey, look at me. I'm DP or DT. And I never say anything bad about it. I want to be friends with Russia. Here I go. Nah. No.
Meg mi szokott lenni? 10,8?
Thank God
11.
that President Biden already knows, but he has to figure out something else. There are 4 ways. It's just mostly the weirder stuff. I don't know. It has to be another roughly about the state funding in the United States after the Soviet Union fell
Bocs.
in 1991.
10,6 anya.
But do you
Az lehet, nem?
Nem
But-
tudod győzni.
Ki?
Hát a lányok.
10,6
According-
anya.
to the money of the United States,
És akkor segítesz most?
roughly about $15 billion
De akkor segítenek
dollars.
lesz.
in this year. $15 billion.
Jó, hát egy órán belül nem
Nekem
lehet.
is volt egy.
And there are still unknown ways to ever stop Russia. Why? Because we already have a crisis here, and we already have a crisis on Washington, D.C.
Nem mondtam még, hogy
What do you guys say about that, America? You already have.
irritálva van a bőré.
You already have a lot of things on your plate. You have the China.
De ha nincs irritálva, akkor ugye.
You have communist China on your plate, first of all. That's what you need to do, first of all. But first, you gotta clean up COVID-19, first of all. And then we can mostly talk about China. I said this. I literally said this. China is one of the most dangerous countries ever. But not like hacking countries in the world. It's mostly Russia. So blame Russia on everything, America. Don't blame us. China, Russia, don't blame us. We already had a crisis on our own because you already bring this unknown disease, this ravishing, deadly, grim reaper disease upon us, on humanity. So you want to see the world burn Russia and China. I don't know, it's just weird. But anyway, guys, if you like this podcast, make sure go see my last podcast if you did not know this. It's on top of the card right there, and I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Later.